San Francisco is celebrated for its progressive history, distinctive architecture, and thriving neighborhood commercial districts. It is also a city with a rich cultural history, home to waves of immigrants from across the globe, a beacon for the gay rights movement, and the birthplace of the counterculture.
The Haight-Ashbury, and particularly in the Summer of Love, was total chaos. Everybody poured in here without any idea of like what a tourist would do. Where do I stay? What do I eat? Am I gonna work? They just poured in. And the city A didn't want them, and B was totally unprepared to deal with them. So I came up, well, we'll have a free medical clinic. And the founding slogan was, healthcare is a right, not a privilege.
As commercial rents escalate, otherwise healthy businesses and gathering places that embody San Francisco's unique character and serve as neighborhood anchors are being closed down for good.
I think we bring something very special to the city. I think that it gives people a choice to decide who they want to be and how they present themselves. And clothing does that for everybody. And since San Francisco is such a culturally diverse city, it's changing, yes. And I think that having a place like this that has been around for such a long time reminds people that they have lots of choices. People come in all the time saying, this is like a candy store. It's just a rainbow of colors, and you need that. It's a very happy place to be overall.
The building itself is pretty unique, especially now that all the high rises going up around us. We have all marine plank, so all the wood that you see around is old marine plank from the 30s, 40s, right in there. We have booths in the back that are curtain booths with a little buzzer in there to call your waiter. Every one of the hooks that you see around the restaurant is actually a hat hook, because everybody who came downtown had to have a hat on.
San Francisco has much to be proud of, but the physical representation of this history is in danger of being erased. Barely 2% of the city's 150,000 parcels are protected as landmarks or as part of a historic district. The entire southern third of San Francisco has fewer than a dozen city landmarks.
Welcome to Ingleside Presbyterian Church and Community Center, featuring the Great Cloud of Witnesses collage mural, begun in 1980. The mural is a compilation of, actually it's turned out to be history of blacks' accomplishments here in this country, but actually all over the world. The idea was, again, to give the children need role models. They need to see people in successful roles.
Heritage created the Legacy Business Registry with the city to enable a more level playing field for our time-tested businesses and nonprofits.
We just renegotiated, or are in the process of renegotiating, a new lease. We did it, so it was a challenge, but it was encouraging to the landlord to know that we had the support of the community, that we had support of legacy business.
We're here to stay, and I'm going to try to work things out either with the current landlord or find another place that's in downtown San Francisco.
The concept of free is not just an economic term, but it's a philosophical term, non-judgmental health care. And the first free clinic of that concept came out of the Haight-Ashbury.
The Great Cloud of Witness project that, again, I say I was called to do. I mean, just totally shocked when Mike and the Heritage Foundation and those folks came out and were talking about nominating my project for a San Francisco landmark. I'll be dead and gone, but the work is here. If it's not burned down or whatever, that it's going to be of value to people, as long as it's here, it's going to be of value.
Since 1971, San Francisco Heritage has documented and helped to preserve thousands of buildings across the city. Now, Heritage is launching the Landmark Fund, a call to action for some of the city's most underrepresented and vulnerable historic places. With your support, the Landmark Fund will designate and protect 50 historic buildings, districts, and businesses over the next 5 years. Join us.